Hey guys, welcome to Taste Designs 107. I'm the ace in the card pack and you're the kings and queens. Today what I have for you guys is a product preview, and this is something a little bit different that you'll see on my channel. I don't like to advertise things for money, but when you actually start spending, like especially for things that just like when you start spending money in general, I guess, you kind of want to see what you're paying for, and it's really hard to just kind of display it on Sellify. So Sellify is like a product page where you can like sell your own products and everything for people to buy, and it is used among most graphics designers when they want to sell their packs and everything and have a little bit of ad revenue. So this is a product. I haven't added a description, I will later. It's a huge stock pack, 1.2 gigabytes, and it's done by Ace Designs, so it's pretty huge, and I just use it in general. Like, I put this pack together, let's just say, around 6 months ago, and really, I didn't have to do anything to it. It's got everything that I need. I don't need to go anything, unless I need very specific stocks. I would go into Google, but, you know, this has got the starter. This is like the starter basic pack, I would say. So straight off, you have heaps of lights. As you can see here, you've got plenty of unique ones like here, and then you've got the standard ones like here, and lights are really great. I'm not going to click through every single picture, that'll be crazy, but what I will do is I'll center it for you. And I didn't rename all the layers for you, it's because like it would just take too long. So you've also got smokes and atmospheres. Now everyone knows what smokes are for. It's to make the actual like effect better and more dark and give it some depth. So I really do recommend having smokes, not just in this pack, but like if you can get your hands on some smokes, it's a really good idea. And I've also included like black smoke, so I've subtitled it in there. So I wouldn't really call this black smoke, it's more like ink. However, it's still really cool, and I bet you can get some really cool effects. Now with particles, obviously I'm going to provide a lot of particles. Reason for this is particles are essential for most effects, basically. If you're doing a lot of 3D especially, they can come in quite handy, and there are some really cool particle pictures here. And I just want to see if I can get this one. That is pretty cool. That one's really cool. I really like that one. And this one is my favorite by far. Like, that's an amazing stock, and I wish I can get to a tutorial using that stock in particular. It'll be great. Now, obviously, there's a lot of particles. They're all different. They're all unique. With the sparks, I just want to keep it simple. I don't use sparks like on a daily basis, you could say. So I just wanted to kind of keep it simple. But you know, it's really good to have like a collection of everything, because often you won't be short-handed, and you won't have to go to other packs and resource more stocks. So it's really good to have the maximum as you can. Now with flares. Flares used to be big in like the 2000s, but now it's gone a bit down, and I think 2D design is a lot more popular, especially in the graphics community. But flares, they're still great, especially like for 3D stuff. So these guys will be able to use these flares, and obviously there are way bigger flare packs, but because I'm not like a huge 3D person myself, I also don't do much client work, but flares, like, I just don't use them as much as I would say particles or sparks or something like that. Now with paint spatters, these are really cool. I'm really happy that I included this into the pack, because you have no idea how much I've ended up using these paint spatters for a really nice abstract effect. I did a tutorial using some of these, and it ended up really well, so it was pretty good. And these are all like smart objects, so they're all got really well, so it's really nicely done, and you can see that they're all high definition. They're all like, they're non-pixely, like they're really good. Okay, so the next thing, we've got clouds. Clouds, I would say, is probably my favorite part about this pack, just because they look so cool. So I bet I can like make a really cool tutorial showing you how to make a cloudy banner, so that's probably going to be in the future sometime. And then with lava and fire, this is kind of cool that I added this in. A lot of people don't think that lava and fire isn't used by much, but it actually is in a lot of effects. You don't really see it though that much, but you can do some really cool things with this. And yeah, okay, so with chains, I just rendered out some chains in Cinema 4D for these guys to use. and you will be able to use this in like your 3D scenes and get some really cool things. And this one's really cool because of if you have a chain here, right, and I just do something quickly here, right click, and then do flip horizontally, and then you could have like a text in the middle. Let's just say it's going to be white and a design, but imagine this text 3D with some lighting on it, and you could do some like little thing like here, could be like chained to the chains like that, but imagine that 3D. That'll look really cool, and I guess you could do some really cool things with that, so it's pretty cool that I included those also. Trying to, at the end of the day, if you do end up buying this, you're paying money for it, so I really don't want to make sure that it's worth it. Okay, so with tentacles, you've got plenty of tentacles to use. Like I said, you can use this like a chain, so you can use it coming off to the side, or just in general from the top or bottom or side, whatever place you want to come it from. Now bullets, I don't have much of these, I only have 2, but hey, it's pretty cool, especially this picture, because you could do like a Guns N' Roses banner or whatever, or like a empty shelled bullet, I don't know, but you could get pretty creative with that. Now the space images, these are pretty simple, but they're pretty cool, because the reason because of their texture, like they're not really nebulous pictures, because I guess I have one here that's a really nice nebula picture, but these are more like 2D textures, and they're really cool because you can put them over, slap them on with like an overlay blending mode, and it'll look really cool. Now with pavement, standard top stock pack, I'm going to advertise this as a stock pack, so I might as well just include some stocks like gravel and that, because you guys will be using this for like your background texture and that, so it's going to be quite useful to have that pavement. Now the rock, same what I mean with pavement, but just more rocky. And you have plenty of those all here, and you have rocks by Mooney. Like this pack is done by multiple people, so like it wasn't just put together by me. That would make years of work. So but it still took a long time to put together. So with metal, you have some metal textures here. You'll be able to use these, and like you can see that in my tutorials, we use these pictures on a daily basis, and we create magic. So it's all about using this pack and utilizing what you have. And I would say one of the best things about becoming a graphics designer is you don't need much. You don't even need to buy this pack. You can get like your own stocks from Google and make a pack yourself, but that takes a lot of time and effort, and that's why you get packs. So yeah, so this pack is really good because it's just so huge. I haven't seen a bigger pack than this one. Now the glitch texture, you've got some really standard glitches here, also some really wacky ones. It's gonna be pretty cool with this, so you could get us some pretty creative shit. And yeah, next we have some water textures. Haven't actually used these ever before. It's pretty odd water textures, like who would think to use water texture, but hey, if you're doing something unique, you can slap on a water texture. Okay, so with splats, I guess it's a little bit similar like the paint, whatever, but these are just more brush splats. So if you don't want to download a brush splat, you can just use those. Now if trap codes, this is one of my most used stocks, I would say, just because they make really cool like backings. And if you ever want to make your own, just Google Plexus for After Effects, and there's plenty of cool tutorials showing you how to make this. And basically this effect was done by Plexus. It's a plugin for After Effects, and it's a really cool one. So yeah, and you can get up really creative with these, especially under the right settings and environment. Like this stuff will increase your 2D work by quite a lot. Now viruses, I love to add viruses in all my GFX packs just because of, I don't know, it's probably something that you wouldn't use as much, but it's cool. Okay, so now we have 2 tech folders just because I have so much tech images. It's actually crazy, look at that. So these are all unique stocks, and I guess you wouldn't use all of these, but hey, it's quite a lot. This one's like really good. This is a really good stock actually. If you know how to use this stock, it becomes really useful. So it's quite a nice one, and I do recommend it. So even if you like see a particular couple photos here, you might end up buying this pack. I have no idea, but I know that it was like requested by some people on my channel saying, hey, can I have the pack? I'm like, nope, it's for personal use, but I decided to give it to you guys available, but not for the free price. That would be a big overkill. But if we get up to some like crazy level, like on YouTube, like 100,000, whatever, which I doubt we will. Actually, you never know. You guys quite amazing, so just putting that out there. So you've got some stocks here. These are just random stocks, I guess. I couldn't be bothered to name these. Like, you've got wings. This one's really cool. You've got that. That's actually really cool. I might do a tutorial with that stock. That's actually really cool. You've got some of these. Got some of these. So these are really cool stocks, and yeah, you'll be able to utilize these all the way. Getting close to the end. You have acid stocks. So acid, basically chemical formulas, whatever you want to call it, that's there for you. And you also have Cinema 4D stocks, so like all these renders that you can use. So if you don't have Cinema 4D or you can't be bothered to learn it, you use these renders to get done. And I've credited the person who've made it, so Cess or whatever, you can use these. And I might do a tutorial showing you how to make a Cinema 4D banner just from a render. So that it does require a little bit of knowledge on like your layers and that, so I might do it from this layer or whatever. And yeah, and you guys will be able to buy this pack, and I'll have a tutorial showing you how you can use these renders. That's actually probably one of my favorite parts also about this pack, is this Cinema 4D. Now soldier renders, this is the badass part. Look how high quality this is. Like, that is actually crazy. I think it's like a 4K renders I'm giving you guys, and it's really cool. So look at that. That's badass. You also have this guy. This guy looks like a nigger. Nah, I don't want to be racist, but you know what I mean. Like, it just looks badass. And then this guy, he's swagging it out with the knife and everything. Okay, I've also got some of these renders, but these like 4 renders are by far the highlights because they're just so high definition. Okay, you've also got some of these soldier ones. Ghosts. Sorry for my mouse being so loud. It's probably driving you crazy, but hey, it's quite a nice mouse. Hashtag no regrets. And then under blurred stocks, you've got some pretty standard stocks here, but quite a lot for you guys to use, so you'll be able to use those also. And geometry stocks, standard also. Bam, bam, bam. And also geometric stocks, so you've got, you know, hexagonal ones. Okay, thank you so much for watching the product preview, if you stayed here that long. And yeah, as you can see, this is my new computer. So yeah, I rebuilt the computer. I sold it for the same price I built it, my own one. Had a 980. This one's a Intel Xeon in it, and it's got the new AMD card or whatever, like the R9 390X or whatever. So it's running really well so far. And yeah, can't really edit this video because I don't have any of my editing programs. These programs on my taskbar are literally all the programs I have. So thank you so much, and have a great day, everybody, and hopefully you'll buy the pack and support out the channel. Peace.